How many of you guys, outside of the two that were leading us in prayer, are capable of reciting the Quran? I want to see a lot of hands. Okay. So most of you guys. I want to first off start off with the ayah in the Quran in Surah Al-Qamar, where Allah says, وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُدَّكِرٍ. In this verse, Allah mentions to us in description the easiness that He has made the Quran to be for those who are sincere and genuine in acquiring it, in taking it. And the younger you are, the quicker it is for you to pick it up. If we look at the long history of the amount or the abundance of ulama or scholars of Islam, the most knowledgeable, the first stage when they first started this journey, most of them have started at a very, very, very early age. The younger you are, the more of a sponge you are. Do you guys know how a sponge works? How does a sponge work? I want to see some hands. Okay, what's your name? Say that again. Somana? Yomana? Shomana. Am I saying it correctly? Jomana. Okay, Jomana, tell me or tell us, how does a sponge work? I need everyone to pay attention here, okay? No side conversations.
You put a little bit butter and then wash the dishes.
So the way, no, she's partly correct. The way a sponge works is, when you put it in water, it soaks that water in. This is the mind and brain that you guys have right now. Okay? So think of these ayat of the Quran. Think of the listening of the recitation of the Quran. And how easy it is for you guys to keep it in memory. So this makes the best time for you to be in this journey. And this journey is a never-ending cycle. It's a never-ending journey. It comes with its difficulties, su'ubat, struggles. And it comes with its ease. Can I tell you what makes this journey ease? We understand the struggle, right? We all understand the struggle. Because mashallah, you guys are memorizers of the Quran, so you guys understand the struggle. So you guys want to know what makes this journey a journey of ease. First and foremost, when you know and understand who you are reciting these ayat of the Quran for. You're not doing it for your mother. You're not doing it for your father. You're not doing it for your siblings. You're not doing it for your friends. You're doing it for who? You're doing it for yourself, to please Allah. This is an act of worship. This is a ibadah. Do you understand how valuable and how lucky a person can be when you can easily recite the Quran straight off of memory, while you are standing behind the imam who's leading prayer, and you can follow the imam as he's reciting? Is that not a privilege? Imagine yourself, since Ramadan is coming. Ramadan is how many weeks away? How many months away?
No one knows.
A couple weeks away, sah? Right? Can you imagine being in the rows? Can you imagine being in the rows? And as the imam is reciting, you know where the imam is reciting from. You know the page where he's reciting. You're capable of even sometimes correcting the imam. This is a privilege. This is a privilege. And we get this tradition from the traditions of the Prophet ﷺ, from the youngest of the companions. All they were doing was soaking in knowledge, soaking in, recording every narration, Every saying, every ayah that descended down, how the Prophet reacted to it, how his wives reacted to it, what was the scenery, what was the time. They were around your age. Some of them, the Prophet ﷺ would send them in caravans. Leadership in this majal, in this area, starts now. And looking at you guys, wallahi, I see so many potential leaders. So many potential leaders. From the two that led salawat, to the musallin, those of you guys have been praying behind them. I can see so much potential in terms of leadership. And you guys have so many resources here at your fingertips as well. If there's one thing I want you guys to leave tonight with, is the ease that Allah has instilled in the ayat, that He has descended upon us. This is easy, but it comes with its struggles. How many of you guys are not able to recite the Quran? I need honesty here. How many? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want you guys to pay attention to this. I want you guys to pay attention to this. For those who are able to recite the Quran fluently, before then, it was struggles until you reach that skill of being able to recite the Quran. You made a mistake, you got corrected. You made a mistake, you got corrected. You made a mistake, you got corrected. And then you perfected it. Am I right?
Yeah.
The two imams that we had tonight, they made a few mistakes that I would make. This is very typical, this is very average. But you think they're going to be making the same mistakes again?
No.
It is courage. Do you guys understand what courage is?
Yes.
For you to stand and lead people in prayer, this is courage. This is an amana, this is a responsibility. That the people praying behind you, you are their leader, you are their imam, they follow you. If you do not make a full ruku' and they make the ruku' before you, this is an issue in their prayer. That you are the imam. And each and every single one of you today are potential a'imma. So these struggles, to the point of perfection, when you were going through the struggles, for every ayah that you made a mistake in, and then you got corrected, and then you made a mistake in, and then you got corrected, because these mistakes continue going, but then the corrections continue going. The reward for you, عند Allah, in the account, in your account with Allah, is tenfold. I can open the Mus'haf and recite to you tonight. My recitation of the Quran and the way that you guys recite the Quran, because you guys are in a position where you guys are consistently trying to perfect your recitation. And by the way, the two imams that led to us tonight, their recitations were very perfect, mashallah. But you guys get more of a reward than me, than all the teachers who are capable of reciting. This is from the rahmah of Allah. Who here knows what rahmah is? I don't want to throw an Arabic word to make sure that you guys also understand it as well. What is rahmah? What's your name first and foremost? Adam. Okay, what's rahmah?
When you don't know the surah or the ayah.
You're close, but not there yet. You're close. Good try. What's rahmah?
When you might not know the surah, but you keep practicing and practicing until you get it.
That's close, but not there yet. Who wants to give it another try?
Allah's mercy?
Yes, Allah has mercy. Allah's level of compassion and love and mercy towards us can be seen in what? When you struggle trying to memorize the Quran, to perfect it, Allah rewards you more than the one who can recite it fluently. Do you guys see Yusuf? Look back, do you guys see Yusuf? Yusuf is a qari', a reciter of the Quran. He's very fluent. I'm here to tell you, for every ayah that you recite, you guys get far more, tenfold of a reward than Yusuf. Why? Who here was paying attention? Why?
Because he's fluent and we're trying to learn, and so we're just having mistakes and a loss.
So there's barakah in the mistakes that you make. There's barakah, there's a blessing in the mistakes that you make. Because these mistakes lead you to perfect these very ayat. This is glad tidings. I am giving you guys good news. A great news. That this is just the starting point. This is just the starting point. And I'm actually really excited, and at the same time also very humbled to be in front of you guys. Because the amount of mistakes that I used to make, the idgham, the idhar, the nun as-sakina, ha, kha. I remember my teacher would consistently come after. What? You know what? I'm gonna go through everyone, inshallah. Okay? I want to know what letter from the letters of the Arabic language, when it comes to you reciting the Quran, is the most difficult. The most difficult. The one letter that your teachers annoy you about. I'll start with myself. The letter ta. 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 Yes. It's not va. It's ta. It's the one that does not have a dot on it. Ta. Okay? Ta. You know how I would say it? I would say da. Da. It took how many days, how many weeks of my teacher correcting me over and over and over. I'm just like, again. Half a page, you think you have it all, and then you fall back into the same mistake until, guess what? I perfected it. I was able to perfect it. What's your name?
Akrash.
Akrash.
I told you, right?
Yes, I remember right now. Go ahead.
When I was like learning a dua in my home because I was in the masjid, I was gonna learn a dua. I got like a word wrong so many times, and then when I finally got it, I got it then, finally.
This is a perfect example. A perfect example. Okay? But since you raised your hand, what letter is the most difficult for you? I want honesty here.
I don't think so. I can't think.
So you're telling me that all the letters of the Arabic language, mashallah, you can pronounce them perfectly.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I like that. Tayyib.
Also.
Your name first, because I want to remember every single person's name, inshallah. That's my goal here. I'm just so excited to be here with you guys. Go ahead, and then you're next, okay?
My name is Chad.
Chad? Okay.
So to answer that for me, so when I tried to learn Surah Al-Fatiha when I was little, it took me so long, like for weeks and weeks and weeks, until I perfected it too.
Jazakallah khair for sharing that with us.
What?
You know how long it took me to memorize Surah Al-Fatiha? Who wants to guess a number? It's not weeks, by the way, it's months, but who wants to guess a number? Go for it. No, not 6 months.
12 months. 2 months?
Yes, it took me 2 months. It took me 2 months. This stuff requires patience. I want to mention something to you guys, okay? You're next. No, actually, she was next, and then you're going to be next, inshallah, and we're going to go like that. Give me 1 second. Do you guys know of something called learning advantages?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys know something called learning disabilities?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Each and every single one of you guys has your own individual way of learning. Not everyone has the same way. Some folks can read a line a couple times and they can have it in memory. Others, it takes more time. I used to be a very slow memorizer. A very slow memorizer. But you think that stopped me? No. It was a weakness? Yes. And every potential leader knows their weaknesses. Because the goal is what? To make those weaknesses strengths. To make those weaknesses strengths. So I was a very slow memorizer. Okay? And I wasn't able to sit consistently as a kid. Alright? But through discipline, I had to teach myself. I had to teach myself consistently. And I say Alhamdulillah because I had a mother, who's 20 years older than me. For every step I made, she made 2 steps. For every step I made, she made 2 steps. So that enhanced me in terms of being able to memorize the Quran. How many of you guys have mothers who are consistently involved in your memorizing of the Quran?
I don't have a mother.
Okay. طيب. Alright. I see a lot of hands. How many of you guys have a father who's consistently involved in the enhancement of your memorization? Okay. Perfect. Okay, hands down. How many of you guys don't? Okay. For those who don't, there are countless of scholars of Islam who didn't. Who are in situations, even if they did, their parents did not take the path of Islam. So they had to find their way through other means. What were these means? Through suhbah. What is suhbah? Friendship. Companionship. Even if a mother or a father or other mentors around you can guide you, you still need the importance of companionship. I want you to look at the left and the right. I want you guys to establish a circle of companionship strictly for memorizing the Quran. What's the date for today?
The 13th.
It's the 13th. This is January the 13th, okay, of 2024. I want you guys to establish a friendship, a companionship, strictly on memorizing the Quran. Because at the end of the day, if we're going to be very, very serious, having your grandparents, your parents, your siblings, or wherever else around you is helpful and sometimes may not be helpful. But it comes down to you, the individual. How much of this do you actually love? How much are you willing to sacrifice, to compromise, for you to build the ability of memorizing the Quran? Do you guys know the benefits that come with memorizing the Quran? The incentives? I want a set of hands.
The benefits is Allah. Once you read Quran or listen to Quran, the angels make dua.
Jazakumullahu khairan. When you recite the Quran, or when you're in the circle where the Quran or Allah, His name is being mentioned, the malaika, the angels, are supplicating and praying for you. This is one of the benefits. What's your name? Kareem. What was your name again? Sorry? Dini? I remember you from the summer day camp. Kareem. Kareem. Kareem, go ahead.
Every
Naam. Every letter you recite, you get 10 hasanat. And if it's difficult for you to recite those letters, it doubles, it multiplies tenfolds until you perfect it. Like, who can give me another? Your hand is up? Okay. Getting closer to Allah. Getting closer to Allah. Why is this so important? Jazakallah khair for that. You're able to see everything around you. If I asked the ability of seeing that you have, if I asked you, what did you do to deserve the vision or the ability of seeing that you have? How can you answer that question? Was there anything specific that you did to be given this vision?
No.
Your hand was up?
Because you memorize surahs?
Close. Close. But let me rephrase the question again so you can better understand, okay? The vision that you have, I wear glasses, okay? This vision that we have, did you do something to deserve it?
No.
Did you? Can you remember something that you did to deserve the eyes that you have? Who gave you those eyes?
Allah.
The hearing that we have, that we can hear with, who gave you this sense of hearing?
Allah.
Did you do anything specific to deserve the sense of hearing?
No.
The mind that we have to think, to calculate numbers, the heart that we have to feel. Did you do something to deserve it?
No.
This is a blessing that Allah has given to us, irregardless as to whether we are seeking His pleasure or not. Am I right?
Yeah.
We didn't choose this. This was given to us. And this is why Allah is the most deserving when it comes to our worship. We worship Him. We love Him. Express this level of compassion towards Him through these acts of worship. By memorizing His very words. And there's nothing more pleasing to Allah than His slave in the consistent remembrance of Him. And by remembrance, what am I saying? Dhikr. I want to end to say to you guys, I'm I'm so excited and so happy for each and every single one of you. You have something to say? Go for it. First, your name.
Jad?
Jad?
Yes.
Jad, yani serious?
Yes.
Oh, mashallah, that's a unique name. Okay, I like that name.
You know, from 2 years I started here. I know Surah Qariya, but not Surah Fatiha.
That's fine. That is fine. You will learn Surah Fatiha. That is fine.
Me too.
It's fine. When I first started memorizing the Quran, I started at Juz' Tabarak, Surah Mulk. Because the class that I was put in was a class where all the students were in Surah Mulk. So we went from Surah Mulk and we went down. But again, the struggles of being able to perfect, it's mistake after mistake. Mistake after mistake until you what? You become mahir. I want you guys to take this word with you. What's the word? Mahir. There's a very famous imam by the name Mahir al-Mu'aygli. Right? The word mahir, you know what mahir means? Mahir means perfection, excellency, to the letter, to the dot. And you guys want to be what?
Perfect.
Perfect. But towards the quest of becoming perfect, you have to go through struggles, su'ubat. And I'll end it with this. What's the ayah that we mentioned in Surah Qamar earlier?
First one.
وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُدَّكِرٍ. That Allah has made the Qur'an an ease for us, for those of us who are serious and sincere about memorizing it. فَهَلْ مِن مُدَّكِرٍ. So that we're able, goes back to what the sister was saying, in getting closer to Allah, in being mindful of Allah. And I'll end it with that. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم فستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم.
جزاك الله.
I'm very proud of you guys, mashallah. Dini.
All right. So you have 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You are free. Talk. Have fun. Here, inside. Inside. Inside.
You don't know how much I miss you.
I missed you too.
Mashallah, man. I miss the both of you guys.